alert. Proceed with caution. Major reveals ahead. This episode contains spoilers for movies and possible TV shows. So if you haven't caught up yet, hit pause and come back when you're ready. Otherwise, strap in. We're about to unpack everything. Enjoy. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the greatest movie review show you've ever seen. This is the Real Movie Critics. I don't know why I babbled there. Normally I have something to say. I know.
You want some of my coffee?
Not a coffee. You know better than that. This particular episode, it'll be just myself and the psycho. No, Lord Scuba could not get away early enough to watch the movie they were about to review. And in case you did not catch the intro to the show, there will be spoilers. So this is your second warning. If you haven't watched the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which just came out on the 31st, it came out on Tuesday, which is weird. If you haven't seen it yet, do not watch this review. You have been warned.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Scuba not really interested in this movie? Isn't that part of the reason why he bowed out?
If he was or wasn't.
I don't think I remember him saying he was.
I think he was probably, if he did, he was going to go see it by himself. I don't think Charlie's into Mario. She's into He-Man, which I think is kind of cool. So I think that's pretty sick. So
that is cool.
But we will be talking spoiler rich about the Super Mario Brothers movie that came out again on March 31st, midnight show. Today was the first official day.
Super Mario Galaxy movie.
My bad. Super Mario Galaxy. Now, to be fair, any Mario game past the Nintendo 64, I never played.
Whoa.
So I knew enough to know what was going on. I knew enough.
Sounds like you don't know enough because there's a lot of references galore between
I got
the 8-bit era, the 16-bit, and now you've got the Odyssey game that came out years ago on the Switch, and of course the Galaxy games, which I know you never played.
No, I never played them. I've watched you
never played them. My son is like, so
yeah, well,
So at least you have me because I've played just about every single mainstream Mario game that has come out. The only one I've never actually played all the way through is Sunshine. And there are references to Sunshine in this game as well. So out the ass. So maybe I should just take the reins on this one.
Well, I'm not opposed to it, but you said you've played every Mario game, but you've also played with yourself.
So what's your point? Yeah, you're gonna pretend. You know what? We're not going down that rabbit hole, sir. We're not going.
You know what? You're right. You know what? I will let you take the reins on this since you've played every Mario movie. And before we get into that, there are a shitload of Easter eggs and some cross Nintendo multiverse. Oh my God, I damn near shit myself when I saw who I saw. We will get to that in a moment. But again, this is your final spoiler warning. Psycho Nerd, take it away.
All right. First off, I got to give nod to the Illumination opening with one of them beating a hammer like in Donkey Kong. That was hilarious. He was destroying the Illumination sign in the background. That was hilarious. That's funny. Yeah. Honestly, not a bad opening that we actually did get in one of the initial trailers. I think they showed it on the initial direct, if I remember correctly, where Rosalina, she's trying to read a story to all the Lumas they want to hear about Princess Peach, but then they get attacked by, not Donkey Kong, but Bowser Jr. attacks. And you know what? They show off the fact that she is quite powerful as long as she's got her wand, but then they manage to knock the wand out of her hand. All of a sudden, she's powerless and she gets captured. So there's your opening right there. Throughout the movie, I don't care for the fact that they show how she can be really powerful, but very easily overtaken, which you could argue that's kind of like the Mario games in a nutshell.
Yeah, pretty much.
The fact that you grab these power-ups and you're super powerful, but you take one freaking hit and it's like you're nothing again. So go figure.
Before you go any further, I do want to read the cast of this movie because we normally start with that, but I wanted to.
Fair enough.
We have Chris Pratt back as Mario. People are still pissed about that, by the way.
Get
I don't
over
get
it.
the hate. I don't get the hate. You know, who cares?
It's because he's all over the place right now. That's all it is. They're just, yeah, it's unnecessary hate for Chris
Yeah,
Pratt.
it really is. We have Charlie Day back as Luigi. Of course, Jack Black, Peaches, back as Little Bowser.
Yeah, he starts out as Little Bowser carrying over.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that is funny.
Anya Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach coming back. We also have Safdie as Bowser Jr. I don't know who the hell that is.
I know who he is. I've seen some of the movies he's been in, but it's nothing that I was a huge fan of, so to speak. But I am familiar with the guy. So
Donald Glover is Yoshi. I love that. It is Lando Calrissian is Yoshi. I fucking love it. I don't care.
I actually said that in my previewing video on TikTok.
Let's see. We have Keegan Michael Kay as Toad. He comes back. Brie Larson as Rosalinda. You really couldn't tell it was her, but the one voice that I knew right away, and if you've played Grand Theft Auto Vice City, you know who the fuck I'm talking about. Louis Guzman as Wart. I'm sorry, I heard that voice and I'm like, dude, that's the fucking drug lord from fucking Vice City.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's had a hell of a career. He was also in Boogie Nights, Count of Monte Cristo, amongst many. Waiting. Thank you. So,
but look at the Batwing, bitch. Oh, it's so veiny. But Rosalinda does get kidnapped. I feel like both Peach and Rosalinda are like a Princess Leia clone. They're not really a damsel in distress. They can take care of themselves. But then I'm like, why the fuck have they been kidnapped in every version of Mario that I can remember? Like, oh, Peach has been kidnapped. Oh, Peach has been kidnapped. I'm like, oh my God, just get your umbrella. And apparently you have cosmic powers. Fuck. What the fuck?
You know, that right there is one thing I do like about the previous movie carrying into this one, where yes, Peach gets kidnapped every freaking game for the most part, with the exception of 1 or 2 games, but she is a very strong-willed character and she doesn't really need help in any the first movie or the second movie. Rosalinda, on the other hand, I don't recall her getting kidnapped in the games, but in this movie she gets kidnapped very quickly, and it's
she got overwhelmed though too. So
yeah, she was overwhelmed, but you know,
plus Bowser Jr. knew enough to cover her hands, although it didn't really help at one point either.
But after she gets kidnapped, we see Mario and Luigi. They're just racing down the desert area from the Odyssey game. Thank you very much. Just having a good old time. When they get there, apparently all these little guys that hang out there are having a problem. They go searching, and then they discover inside of a pipe Mr. Yoshi. Yeah, Yoshi gets introduced very quickly here.
And takes to them fairly quickly too, by the way.
Yeah, he joins the group very quickly. There's no real explanation outside of like a brief little yes, Yoshi. Yeah, there you go. But
I do love how Toad immediately was like, "Oh, great, you're part of the group now too. That's cool." Like you could see the hate in Toad, so it's funny as hell.
It reminds me of Shrek when Puss in Boots was going to join the group, and he's like, "Okay, the position of annoying talking animal has already been taken. Thank you very much." But there is a brief little breakdown of the egg post-credit scene from the previous movie where we see it hatch, and he's walking through New York. And I love how he's walking down the street. Nobody questions it at first. It's only after he does a few things. What? It is what it is. But yeah, he's walking down the street, you know, just whatever, and nobody seems to really notice until some other shit happens, and then all of a sudden they chase him right back into the pipe again. So
I do love that they're playing Hypnotized by Notorious B.I.G. and he's walking down New York like he owns the place. And the more times they pan away, there's another sticker where he's been on his ass. I'm like, that's funny as fuck. I'm sorry, I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that is pretty funny. As the movie goes on, Rosalinda manages to get herself free long enough to free her Loomis that was actually with her. They got kidnapped with her. He runs off to go find help. She gets captured again. Again, like I said, it's like, okay, so we're doing that with her. So, but at least she was able to let him out. So I'll give her that. But so I got to say though, the whole idea that Princess Peach gets word about everything that's going on from the Loomis, decides to go and try to find Rosalina because there's a brief little memory, a recollection she has where she remembers Rosalina, which to my recollection, there was never any relation between the two characters in the game that I can remember. And my son acknowledges that no, there was not. So
I keep in mind though, the people at Nintendo endorse then they're not just doing this shit. It's not like the original Super Mario movie where they just did everything fucked up. The people in Nintendo are actually helping with the script and the ideas and the story. So I think it makes sense. I mean, I'm okay with it.
Well, I mean, that's not necessarily a complaint. It's more just an observation. And for all
Yeah.
we know, this is something they could reveal down the road if they wanted to, because we don't have any real backstory lore to Peach in the game world. Only in the
No, we
movie do
don't.
we have anything. Well, we find out more about that later. But Princess Peach, in typical Peach fashion, leaves a letter for Mario to let him know what's going on. Like she hasn't done that in the games a million times before.
I was disappointed though when he's reading the letter, it's her, and I've gone on to the galaxy, da, da, da. I'll, whatever. And then she didn't, sincerely, and it's just Peach. And I'm like, no. If I remember correctly from Nintendo 64, Super Mario 64, it was like, I've been kidnapped or whatever. Peach. Like it was a bit of a high kick. I'm like, where was that? I know it's such a nitpick thing, but I'm like, dude, if you're gonna do it accurate,
If they really wanted to be funny with it, they could have had it to where in Super Mario 3 fashion, where she enclosed a power up, a jewel, if you will, of some kind to help him along.
Yeah.
That would have been a nice little nod. That's a missed opportunity, but it's all good.
You did skip over that it was her birthday. They're having this big celebration, and she doesn't know when her birthday really is. That's just the day they found her when she showed up at their doorstep.
Exactly.
And Mario gets her a present. It's a fucking umbrella, which is funny because
it's fitting.
Fitting.
She has it in the game, so that's very fitting.
And it's a weapon, her weapon of choice. So,
and when she leaves in the letter, she leaves the protection of the Mushroom Kingdom to the Mario Brothers. And and I'll tell you what, I gotta say this.
That map was fucking cool.
It was, because it was a nod to pretty much every single game, all the mainstream games, where it's like, okay, they're in one area doing one job, then the one where they're fighting the Hammer Brothers, that's straight out of Mario 3. That was awesome. And there were so many other things they did along the way. It was a nice little montage. I thought it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
For me, it was the map. It was red, blinking red, and they go to it and it was done flag with the M. I'm like, dude, that is straight from Mario World or from Mario 3.
It really is.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, Super Mario World. The first time we got Yoshi is what I remember that one from.
And even the later games, like the new Super Mario Brothers games, that same exact thing with the maps. So, so definitely they knew what they were doing with this. Definitely doing their homework. So, and like I said, I was going to say this in my out of theater reaction, but quite frankly, the references in this movie, just like the first one, they're out the ass, out the freaking ass.
And we're not even at the meat and potatoes of the fucking Easter eggs that we see.
No.
Which we'll get to here in a bit, I'm sure. But fucking Bowser trying to be the good guy I hate this in movies. I really do. I hate bad guys that become good guys. I fucking hate it.
See,
I hated it when Vader did it. Fucking hated it. God, they're either good or they're bad. Like, we've been around long enough. I think you're pretty cool. No, fuck you. You're fucking evil. Fuck off.
This is exactly what I was telling him afterwards. I was like, you know what? I feel like the whole thing about him sort of turning good for like 5 minutes, it was pointless.
It was stupid.
It was pointless. I don't think it needed to happen. I think it would have worked just as well if Bowser had been plotting and scheming, pretending to be nice. That would have made more sense. Pretending to be nice and found a way to take a hit. That way the power-up loses its effect and he goes back to normal and escapes. That would have worked out better for me personally. And it's like the whole thing about him being nice, it went nowhere. Because as soon as he's hanging out with Bowser Jr.,
back to normal.
It was like it never happened. It's like, well, what's the point? There was no conflict later on in the film.
It's like when he sees the Bowser planet, the Bowser world. It when he's like, "Oh my God, you built this!" It reminded me of the scene from Goldmember when Scotty has the sharks with laser beams on their heads. I'm like, that's the first thing that popped in my head. I'm like, all he needs to say is, "Are those freaking sharks with freaking laser beams on their head?" That's all that was missing from that scene.
You're the best evil son an even doctor could ask for.
Oh, I love you.
Excuse me, but so yeah, basically, and Bowser Jr. does attack the castle and does pretty much demolishes it in the process. And by doing so, it's like you could definitely tell that Mario and Luigi are pretty disappointed. They were appointed the protectors and they kind of screwed it up pretty quick, but it wasn't really their fault. First fucking day, absolutely. But that was a lot of fun. So they decide to try to find Peach and they take Bowser with them. And then the whole time he's begging them, trying to, everything's good. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Just hit me and make me big again. But finally, out of anger, Mario does hit him, stomps on him, and turns him back to normal. And seemingly Bowser is okay for about 2 scenes until he goes back to being evil again.
Long enough for him to be in coal mines working as a slave. All of a sudden, he gets sucked up. Like, we believe, the little fucking beast, we believe in you. We believe in you. And he fucking flexes and he breaks the freaking thing on his arm. But that's actually pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. And as far as going back to Peach's mission, which I thought this was a nice nod to the Galaxy games, where the Loomis actually metamorphosizes itself into a star, which is a
teleport from the Galaxy games.
It's straight out of the Galaxy games, and she's basically floating her way there. And when she gets there, there's like this, I don't know how else to explain it. It's like a ginormous casino area. That's the best way I can describe it.
Yeah.
It's just a big, dark city. There's a big casino area there, and there's a lot. The references are out the ass throughout this whole entire thing.
The monkey, if I'm not mistaken, was from Mario 3, right?
That's actually from Yoshi's Island.
Oh, I remember seeing it in Mario 3. Maybe I'm just
that particular monkey. No, that is straight out of Yoshi's Island.
Okay,
some areas. At first, I thought Donkey Kong, but I was wrong. Oh yeah, and in Mario 64, there's like a monkey in that game as well. Did you catch the Nintendo 64 logo floating around in the back?
My eyes went to that 3D end. I'm like, oh fuck, the Nintendo 64 logo. Hell yeah.
So yeah, that was my bad.
No, you're fine. And it's just they're trying to find this little monkey takes Toad's bag that has all the coins. And his novel, he hasn't finished it, which the monkey tells him, your novel sucks, and throws it at him. And we have, straight from Mario 2, Wart, and I do not know the names of the other 2 characters. Do you have to know what they are?
You got Mouser, you got Birdo, and we get more. We get Claw Grip, I believe his name was.
Birdo, I do remember that.
Yeah, Birdo, we were spitting the eggs and whatnot. So I got to admit, the Mario 2 reference is pretty nice, even with the whole casino thing with the
what are those, the level where you can get extra lives?
Exactly. Yeah,
that actually does make sense.
The slot machines, that was perfect. I love that. That's great. And I do like how when they're in this area, you notice that the mechanics are a little bit wonky, but again, it's just like in Galaxy. As soon as she takes a step, she's automatically centered again. That's nice. I like that. So clearly they did their homework.
Toad had to crawl like, are you sure it works? It does work. Okay. They finally figure out where Rosalinda is. Wart spills his guts and is like, get me Bowser Jr. now. Like, he's pissed that he gave it away.
Dude,
they go to the information center. I damn near fell out of my chair. Rob
the robot.
Robotic operating buddy, which was, I had to look this up because I was curious. I remember seeing the commercials for it. Do you know why they advertised Rob for the Nintendo back in 85?
Because it took place 2 years after the video game crash of 1983. Americans wanted nothing to do with video games whatsoever. Nintendo was flourishing. The NES was doing well in Japan. But when they tried to bring it over here, Americans were like, we don't want nothing to do with games. So they marketed it not as a game system, but as an entertainment system. That's why Rob was introduced. He was basically the what's the reference
mascot
for here? Yeah, not so much mascot, but the Trojan horse. That's what he was. He was essentially there just to bring the people in, just to get their attention. And why are you here? Play this fun game. These games we got here, and that's all it took.
Which is funny. Rob was only on 2 games.
It's true. Gyromite, and I forget the other one. Stack them.
And fun fact, the Rob in Japan, it wasn't gray. It was red and black like the Famicom.
Go figure.
Yeah, go figure.
Go figure on that.
It's funny because the NES system was gray. Fucking worked.
It was.
But they're looking for a pilot. Very, very Mos Eisley-like. Very Star Wars. We're looking for a way up this fucking rock. And Rob is like, oh, they're over here in the slow turn, which is funny because the real Rob turned very slow.
Yeah, the nerd AVGN. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'll say they did their homework.
They did. The AVGN did do an episode about that where he actually works with Rob the Robot, and he was exactly that slow. That's what made it so damn funny.
Now,
oh my god,
they get up to the flight deck. Peach is asking, "Can you take us here?" Nope. You can check his hair? Nope. Somebody ruined this next scene for me. I thought it was bullshit, but I saw it from two different sources. I still damn near shit myself because there are people that love the Mario games. There are people that love the Legend of Zelda games. There are people that love Metroid. Case in point. However, there are people, it's blurred, you can't see it.
Yeah, well, they look hard enough.
That love the Star Fox games.
I love the Star Fox games.
I love Star Fox. And we get Fox McCloud. I'm like,
voice film, right?
Glenn Powell.
Okay.
Hangman from Top Gun Maverick. Ben Richards from The Running Man, the most recent one.
And he was in Twisters.
Yeah, well, so they finally, he's like, well, I don't know if that hard up for cash. And then Toad opens up the bag and it's just full of fucking gold coins. He's like, oh, give me 5 minutes to load up and we're out of here. I'm like, dude, that's so Han Solo.
Kind of, sort of, yeah. I mean, the explanation as to how he got there was very brief. It was actually funny. Talking about how he got thrown off with his navigation, having a Toad for your navigator is, pretty much what you get what you got. But there is a reference to barrel rolls in the film. So for anyone out there who does like Star Fox, you do get a reference. It would have been nice if he do a barrel roll. I love that shit. But yeah, you know what? From what I understand, Nintendo actually ruined the fact that McCloud was going to be in the movie. I think they're the ones that dropped the ball on that one, and I'm like, that would have been a oh my god moment of all oh my god moments for the entire flick. That would have been so cool to not know about. Just for the record,
it kind of reminds me of when Captain America: Brave New World came out last year, and the entire trailer was the Red Hulk. And I'm like, I could have done without that in the trailer. I would have been more excited for the Red Hulk had you not had it in the fucking trailer.
I completely concur with that. I really do.
The fact that it was the last 20 minutes of the movie, I'm like, Marvel.
It was cool for what it was.
Oh, it was cool. Don't get me wrong.
It was cool, but they could have left that out. That would have been a very big surprise.
They could have.
And when she's going around looking for a pilot, going back to that scene, there is a spaceship that pops up. It's got Pikmin in it, for crying out loud. You probably don't even know what that is.
No, I don't.
It's a video game franchise. They just came out with the fourth one last year. It's full of Pikmin. It's a nice little reference. It's funny as all hell.
I'm not going to lie. I was half expecting a Samus Aran ship to fly. I was looking for is it here? Is it here? No, it's not.
I would have jumped out of my seat. And we do have a series of scenes where Bowser Jr. is rebonding with Bowser himself, and we actually get a little scene where he's doing like a little puppet show kind of thing for him when he was younger. Yeah. The animation looked very much like Yoshi's Crafted World, which is actually a very fun game. I know you've never played it, but there's been an ongoing string of Yoshi games over the years. That's actually one of the cooler ones, and the animation's not too bad for what it is. It kind of comes off of the idea of like a little kid kind of designed it, but it works. It's like paper cutout type stuff. It's pretty sweet. I like that. That was a nice little nod. Yes, I see Yoshi behind me. Thank you. And I gotta just say this: what I was saying before about Peach, she is a badass in this movie.
Oh yeah,
that scene when she's talking to Ward and he won't help out at all. She kicks the crap out of his entire gang single-handedly. Like that is nuts for what it is. So yeah, I like how she is the complete opposite of what she is in the games, for real.
Yeah, I do like that.
We go further on. The brothers are trying to figure out where they're going. They end up running into a freaking T-Rex. Remember the T-Rex? I can't help but feel like this is a reference to Mario Odyssey, because in that game,
you kind of skipped ahead.
Yeah, help me out here because I don't have the entire film memorized. I only saw it once.
Mario and Luigi find Peach, and they all fit in the cockpit or into the plane. They take off, and freaking Star Fox is like, fuck it, I'm going to attack it. And we see the heads up display straight from the game. And I'm like, bro, dude. And he just starts going off, just destroying everything he can get his hands on. And Bowser Jr. is like, I'm going to destroy him. And he pulls out like this bomb, the bullet guy fucking gun. And Bowser's like, well, they're kind of cool. Don't kill them. And then he grabs this other gun and he goes, okay, fine. I won't kill him. He shoots it, hits Mario and Luigi, and they become babies.
Did you catch what the gun was? Did you catch what it was?
No.
It's a Super Scope. The Super Nintendo's bazooka gun. It was a Super Scope.
My God, I must have missed that. Holy shit. Wow. That took like 10 batteries to power.
Yes, the Super Scope definitely turned them into babies. I thought that was funny.
Turned them into babies. And I was upset that we didn't get the wah, wah, wah sound. Get that damn thing off the screen.
You know what? I'm actually glad they didn't go because I'm sitting there thinking, oh God, please don't do that. Please. That's the only thing about that game I can't stand is that
I
fucking
wanted it.
wailing.
I wanted every bit of it.
Hey. Yeah, even my son's cringing. No.
But no, they fight the fucking T-Rex. They finally get them back to normal. They shrink the dinosaur. Peach is pissed and she's like, I don't know why we keep picking up fucking dinosaurs. And
Yeah,
the baby dinosaur's like, what are you?
Well, I mean, we keep adding more people to the group, dinosaurs,
Yeah.
but at least Yoshi is quite helpful. I gotta admit, I like what they did with him using his tongue as like a rope, almost like Indiana Jones style or something like that. And they do, for anyone who's curious, yes, he does eat things on occasion and he does crap out eggs. And it's actually
who is it?
Hilarious.
Sometimes you would get another heart or you'd get, something out of it. Yeah. I do love when he's walking through New York, he ate the dog and crapped the egg and you hear the dog. Rawr, rawr, rawr. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, that was funny.
Damn. But those little stars, what were they called again? Sprites or sprouts?
Starbits.
Starbits.
Oh, you talking about the ones that float around that talk?
Yeah.
They're called Lumas.
They show up with their little ship and say, we're going to get you there, because they want to free Rosalinda as well. So Star Fox takes the wheel, gets them out. We get the fucking bridge scene from every fourth level of Super Mario 1 where there's the bridge and then there's the fucking axe. And I'm sitting there going, holy fuck, how are they going to do this? And sure
it's about time they did it. It's about time.
Yeah. He cuts, him and Peach jump over him when Bowser jumps on the bridge to make it dip. They jump over. Mario cuts it open. He goes in the drink. Had they done where his hand goes down, he just does a thumbs up like the Terminator, I would have fucking died.
That would have been funny, but
Bowser is not dead. He comes back as a bag of bones. I think that's what those things were called, bag of bones, actually.
Dry bones, yeah.
Dry bones.
But actually, this is also another reference to the new Super Mario Brothers game where you do actually fight Bowser on a bridge. When he falls into lava, he comes back as just a ginormous Bowser Bones. That's pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, when they get there, Luigi and Yoshi go one way, Mario and Peach go another way. Freaking Yoshi and Luigi find a bunch of question mark blocks, and they're like, huh.
Yeah, we got some power-ups.
They take a bunch. You never know. You might need some.
Pretty sure you will in this situation.
And sure as shit, they're fighting Bowser. Mario pretty much closes the trap door for Peach and goes, go get her. I got this. Then Luigi shows up with the power blocks, and we get Luigi as a cloud, or the cloud. I've never seen that power up before.
Mario Galaxy 2, same thing with the spin.
The drill.
The drill. Yeah, that's straight out of Mario Galaxy 2.
And then Yoshi becomes a puffer fish.
That,
never that either.
That's from the new Super Mario Brothers games. I want to say the new Super Mario Brothers Wii, if memory serves correctly.
And then later on, when the big dragon that Bowser Jr. creates engulfs him, Mario hits something, and I've never seen that particular where he becomes a red and a black suit, and he can fly.
That's from Galaxy.
Okay, cool. I've never seen that one before either, and I'm just like, dude, I needed to see the leaf. We got that at the end of the movie, which I was like, cool. The one I wanted to see, we got. They end up finally beating them up. They both Peach and Rosalinda touch hands on the glass. It turns that shitty looking planet into a lushful green it reminded me of the Genesis effect.
I was just going to say the Genesis effect.
For all you Star Trek fans out there, yes, it was the Genesis effect, big time.
The Genesis way, baby. Yes. I will do a quick backtrack. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, exactly. I'll do a quick little backtrack before the whole incident with Bowser on the bridge. There was a scene with both Peach and Mario where they had to traverse a dark area where apparently Bowser Jr. was literally, and this is a nice nod to Mario Maker, he is literally creating obstacles on the fly. And as he's looking at the screen, it's the graphics from the original 8-bit game. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. It's funny, it's fun, it's a lot of stuff going on. Let's be fair here. If this was a real game, people would have died a lot of times before they eventually made it. But, you take it for what it is.
What made that scene funny for me is that all the bombs go in the fucking drink, and they blow up, they blow them over the fucking thing, and then you hear the freaking victory fanfare from Mario 1. And I'm just like, dude, that is funny. They beat the level.
and a victory pose as well. That's cool. And when you talked about the fight, the final battle, Luigi manages to get his hands on the brush, the paintbrush.
Yep.
And he ends up creating a freaking character, the Game & Watch character, which all you Nintendo nerds out there know what I'm talking about. That was freaking hilarious. And Mario's like, what the hell? And he's like, I told you I could never draw. And he actually moves all blocky like the original
It was
character.
effective though, but it was effective.
It was effective for 2 seconds, but it works. But
Yep.
I just thought that was hilarious. And the dragon that gets created, that's also from the Odyssey game, as a matter of fact.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So there you go. Like I said, they just went all over the place with the references.
They figure everything. Rosalinda and Peach embrace. Oh my God, this. And all the little stars were like, let's go to the Mushroom Kingdom. We can see the castle. And you see Mario and Luigi going.
They kind of cringe like.
And then they go there and there's this big ass fucking crater where it used to be. And they're like, where's the castle? And then they're like, well, we can rebuild it, make it better. And then freaking Rosalinda brings out her wand, puts a hard hat on, which has a star on it, gives all the little stars a bunch of hammers and shit, and they rebuild it. And the very last thing, he hands him the flag. He grabs the feather and flies to the top.
And that's the movie. That's the movie in a nutshell. Yeah. Did you catch the cape that he had on his back?
I did.
For Super Mario World. And the rebuilding of the castle, once again, 16-bit graphics while they were doing it. I thought that was great. That was awesome.
That was pretty sick.
Yes, it was.
Movie's over, or is it? We get 2 post-credit scenes. The first one is Fox McCloud talking to one of the Toads that's watching over the jail where they have Bowser and Bowser Jr. But Cloud fucking takes off. He's gone. He's going to meet back up with the Star Fox crew. And then you hear Bowser. You see Bowser and Bowser Jr. trying to dig a hole. They're trying to escape.
Little Shawshank Redemption, a little bit.
Yeah, it was very. All it was missing was a freaking poster of Rita Hayworth. That's all that was missing from that particular.
Either that or the Count of Monte Cristo, because I remember they actually do dig a hole. So take whichever one you want. They're both great flicks.
And then we get the little star that starts talking creepy. It freaked me out. I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is dark for a cartoon.
It's the Blue Loomis from the previous one that talked about nothing but depressing shit the whole time. He is now apparently their officer, their guard essentially, and he scares the crap out of them for real. It's hilarious.
We get the credits, and then the very last thing, we see that little monkey again steal someone's shit, but this time somebody stops him dead in his tracks, hands the person back the bag, and you hear, "Oh, thank you, princess," or whatever, and then you look up, and it's fucking Daisy. And I'm like, ooh. Now, I kind of was, the mindset I had in this movie is I was hoping that Bowser and Bowser Jr. would get away, and we would be tease. We got a tease for Yoshi, which is fine. We knew that was coming. I wanted a tease for 2 of my favorite characters from the video games, Wario and Waluigi. I wanted them so fucking bad.
You know what? I guarantee, like I was telling Kevin after the movie, is like, how many do you think they'll make? I'm like, dude, right now, this is a money-making machine. They're good for at least 3 or 4 flicks before people probably start getting tired of it.
And not even that, but they're basing it off of actual Nintendo storylines. They're not just making shit up as they go. Yeah, the Peach and the Rosalinda thing was made up, but it made sense because they look very similar in a lot of ways.
They do.
It's, like you got by the way, Mario does a lot of running in these movies and he's still a little fat fuck. You think that cardio would pay off?
You'd think it would. I mean,
you would think.
No, apparently not. You know what it is? It's all those goddamn mushrooms he eats. That's what it is.
Mushrooms.
That was one joke about the first movie I thought was great, how he hates mushrooms and he has to eat the super mushroom to get the power up. I thought that was great.
That was how Peach intimidated Wart. She ate a mushroom and Toad hands her a mushroom and she fucking sprouts like, what? Okay, I'm over here and this is where she's at. So
for the record, yeah, they do. For the record, I do love how every time Wart talked, bubbles came out of his mouth.
Yes.
Because that was what he used, for anyone who doesn't know, in the original game, Mario 2, the American version, that's very important. He attacked with bubbles. Or as the nostalgia critic would say, fucking bubbles! Yeah, I had to.
Now, before we go on to what we thought of the movie, I pulled up Rotten Tomatoes. Granted, I know this is early.
I already heard the critics were panning it. They didn't care for it at all.
Well,
I
I don't
heard
give a
negative
shit what they
reviews.
say.
I don't care either.
Now,
Like I said in my videos, like I don't give a shit what they say.
now, with that being said, I want to refer to the original, the Super Mario Brothers movie. I want to refer to that one first. What would you think the critics score for that movie would be?
I don't think they were very nice to it. I was think off the top of my head, I'm gonna say 65. I'd be
59.
surprised.
59.
I wasn't that far off.
Now, with that being said, what do you think the critics score was for Galaxy?
Probably about the same.
As of right now. I'm
As of
sure
right
it'll go up
now,
and down.
considering I've heard a lot they didn't care for it, I'm gonna say 45.
40.
God damn. Damn, I wasn't that far off there either. Nice.
Now, the popcorn meter, the fans. Super Mario movie, and this is based off of 10,000 reviews or ratings so far. What do you think it rated?
Considering that mostly Mario fans are probably the ones watching it, I'm going to say they gave it, we'll say a 75. 80. 85.
95%. Certified fresh. Now,
Whoa.
that being said, Galaxy, what is its rating? And this is based off of 500 plus ratings, by the way. Again, it may go up or down.
I don't know, about 80?
92.
Jesus
also
Christ.
certified fresh.
Good Lord.
Now, we here at the Real Movie Critics, we don't really give a fuck what Rotten Tomatoes says. We give a fuck about what we say. And instead of giving, although stars would be fitting for this particular movie.
Actually, it would. It would.
But that's not what we're doing today.
Oh.
I have picked a different power-up for this particular movie.
Okay.
And it's the first power-up we saw in the movie. 1 to 5 fire flowers. That's the first power-up we saw.
Okay, that's fair.
That being said, and that made sense to me. That, okay, we'll keep it simple. We didn't see a mushroom. We just saw a fire flower, which is more effective than just killing Goombas and fucking Koopa Troopers. It's actually luminous. There you go. I can see shit.
Yeah, they were using it as like a torch. I thought that was clever too.
What, out of 1 to 5 fire flowers, what would you give this movie?
This is going to be subject to change because it's only my first viewing. My opinion tends to change from the first to the second viewing and so on and so forth. I would say going into this as a Mario fan, it is definitely going to give you what you want. It's going to give you action. It's going to give you colorful environments. It's going to be a fun movie, references out the ass, but do not go into this thinking it's going to be a deep-rooted story because I guarantee you're going to be disappointed. These movies do not have a deep-rooted story whatsoever. And because, well, they don't, that's kind of where I stumble because I like there to be a good story involved because I feel like that just immerses me in the story that much more. I'm just saying. So I cannot give it a perfect score, but it was fun for what it was. I'm going to give it a 4. And then, like I said, that might change after a second or even third viewing. I give it a 4. It was fun. I wasn't bored. I wasn't disappointed watching it, but I get a feeling watching it over and over again. The fact that it doesn't have a very interesting enough story for me, a deep-rooted story, affect my overall enjoyability as time goes on. So
I get that. Well, for me, and again, anything past Mario 64, I don't know shit about. I've seen it. I've seen, I've seen it, but I've never played it. And there's just too many fucking games now that I'm fucked. That'd be like me going back and watching Dragon Ball Z from the beginning. There's like 26 seasons of that motherfucking show.
Well, you better get started.
You better get on the ball. I got one better. Trying to go back and watch Doctor Who from the very beginning.
Once again, you better get started.
No, I'm good. Now, for not knowing a lot of the lore, I enjoyed this movie. There was a lot of Easter eggs that I caught that I recognized. The Rob scene stole it for me. I was like, damn, fucking Rob.
Especially since not only did Peach and the company have to go through it, but then we see Mario and Luigi had to go through the exact same thing. Yep. So
the fact that Toad stopped him, so he had to do it again. And I'm like, fuck. Now, had Fox McCloud not been in this movie, I might have given it a lower rating. But I'm going to say this: Fox McCloud. When I heard about Fox McCloud being in the movie, I'm like, okay, why?
Yeah, why?
But again, they're all tied together. They're all in this Nintendo verse, and they've already said that with them introducing Fox McCloud in this movie, they may do a Star Fox spinoff, which I'm totally on board for. I want to see it. I want to see it. I kind of want to see what happens with the dad that they talk about in the Star Fox 64 game, where the dad ends up getting killed and betrayed and all that good shit. Had Fox McCloud not been in this movie and it not made sense, which it did, I might have given this a lower rating. Now, that being said, I am not the one bringing the rating down. you are this time because
Screw you.
I give it a 4.5 fire flowers, which
Really?
yeah, I give it
Half a
4.5.
star more, and I'm the one bringing it. Kiss
Yeah,
my
you are
ass.
bringing it down, you dick.
Kiss my ass.
Which brings our overall score to 4.25 fire flowers.
Not too shabby. Although, I'm sorry, the whole Fox McCloud thing, it was cool. But at one point, the way he acted, I didn't care for the way he was acting. Like when he couldn't get the ship repaired, it was
It
like,
was Han Solo. I
you
thought it was
make him sound
great.
like a puss. Come on.
Well,
Come
you'd be pissed
on.
too if somebody fucked up your car.
Yeah, well,
You'd be a little pissed. I'd be pissed, especially if I had a hot rod. Like, oh, fuck. The engine exploded. Shit. I can't fly. Oh, man, this sucks.
why you take this apart now? I'm trying to get us out of here, and you poked all of these. Put it back together right now.
Yep, there you go. See? It's Han. Fox McCloud was Han Solo, 100%.
A whinier version, but
Well,
sure.
whatever.
Sure, why not?
I'm curious, though, before we end the review, what trailers were on? Did you even catch any of the trailers?
We only caught a few. They're promoting the new Minions movie, which I'm not really excited for.
Yeah.
I didn't like the previous one all that much, but it was all right. But do you remember what else they had trailer wise? I don't really remember. Oh, they showed a trailer for the original Shrek. I guess they're going to be putting it back in theaters.
Oh, that's
at
right.
some
You went to the
point.
Draft House. That's right.
Yeah, I went to the Draft House, but yeah, it was fun to see that. I love Shrek. We'll stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'm making waffles. Love that shit. I don't remember what other trailer. Oh, good.
It was all cartoon movies for the most part.
Of course it
But
was.
the one that I was like, I hadn't seen it yet because I totally forgot it dropped was Supergirl.
We missed a Supergirl trailer.
There was a brand new Supergirl trailer. It's more in depth. We see a lot more of what her story is going to be. I'm not gonna. If you haven't seen the trailer, that's on you. We do get more of Lobo, which I'm fucking excited for. I can't wait to see Lobo on the big screen. But that was pretty much it. And just
there was another one.
What's up?
No, there was another trailer. I remember because I was busy fiddling. This is another reason why I don't remember. I was fiddling around with the stupid Alamo Drafthouse app that they're making us do now to order all our food and shit.
Oh yeah.
I don't. For the record, I don't like it. I'm going to do a rant on that later. But there was a trailer. It had to do with these two girls that are like friends when they're young and then they get older. Yeah. What was that? I remember what the name of it was called.
I remember. I wasn't invested. I was not invested.
It comes out September. I'll be busy with Fantastic Fest around that time. I don't know. It looked.
Yeah, it didn't look appealing to me at all.
I'll see it when it comes out. I'll be honest about it, but I'm not looking forward to it right now.
Yeah, same here. I'm just like, yeah, who the fuck cares?
Just meh. That's all I got to say.
But he's on a rant about having to use an app to order. But then again, I think the Draft House, I get it because they have actual food. But I see fucking lazy fucks at Cinemark that order their popcorn through the fucking app and have the people bring it to them. Like, how fucking lazy are you that you walk right by the concession stand? You walk right by it, and the way the Century Cinemark is set up in Corpus, you walk in the doors, there's two sides of concession, and then there's two sides of the theater. You're going to walk by one of them, and there's a bar right in the front.
They don't want to wait in line, man. They don't want to take the time to wait in line.
Ass in line.
I will not disagree. I won't disagree. That is very lazy.
And to the family that brought their entire 700 fucking kids with them, and I'm not even. There's something in the water in Corpus, and we're running out of it, so maybe this will stop sooner or later. But they brought like 100 fucking. I know. That's a hot take.
Yeah, it really is.
It really is. But bringing your fucking kids, and then they're talking through the entire fucking movie. Fuck you. Straight up.
That's
I can handle an adult because I can tell an adult to shut the fuck up. I cannot tell a kid to shut up because they don't know any better.
No, they really don't.
Be like, hey, Billy, shut the fuck up. We're watching a fucking movie. We're not at home.
Well, that just goes to show that's on the parents for not being a parent. That's not taking care of business. That's what that is right there. We didn't have any. We had a damn near sold out theater. We didn't hear anyone talk throughout the whole damn movie. Not once. Well, not one time. That is ridiculous.
This is the reason why when I go to Cinemark, I don't walk up the stairs. I only walk in, and they have the handicap spots where you can sit, and those are assigned seats too. I sit right in the corner, and I have the best view of the fucking screen. And I can be on my phone down there and nobody can fucking see me. It's fucking beautiful. I love it.
Actually, that's interesting.
Yes. Not that I want to be on my phone in the movie, but
no, you don't want to be one of those a-holes. It's like, why are you watching a movie?
Knowing that there's like a slow part in the movie, I'm like, I'm fucking bored. Let me check my TikToks real quick, turn the volume down. but I don't want to be that guy, but I have that option. And on that note, we will conclude this review of Super Mario Galaxy the third, whatever what is the actual name? The Super Mario Galaxy movie?
Super Mario Galaxy movie. Good Lord.
I think they jumped the gun, though. I think they should have made the second Nintendo game. And then Mario wakes up, it's a fucking dream. I would have fucking loved that.
You know what? I do not disagree with that. I feel like they really jumped straight to the Galaxy film pretty damn quickly, but I can't help but wonder if maybe they have an overall game plan with all this. Like that, this is what they had in mind from the get-go. I have no idea, but we'll see where the next one goes. But
not only that, but they could always go back and do it.
That's true. We'll see. And that was one thing I was going to mention about Warts, how it's like, wait a minute, Mario 2 was just a dream, right? How the hell does he exist in this world?
Apparently not.
But
he's
apparently
real.
Not.
He's Freddy Krueger.
But you know what? That's okay because we got the Legend of Zelda movie next year.
Shit, that's right. Is that live action or is that
live action? Yeah, they're filming it in New Zealand, same place they filmed Lord of the Rings.
Don't even say it.
Lord of the Rings, bitch.
My final rant before we end this review. You said live action. It reminded me there was a trailer for Moana, live action Moana,
and I missed it. Damn. Yeah.
Disney, talking to you right now. Quit making live action versions of cartoons you've already fucking made. It's fucking stupid. If I want to watch The Lion King, I will watch The Lion King animated. If I want to watch Aladdin, I will watch the one with Robin Williams in it, not with Will Smackahoe Smith. Sorry, rant over. I'm sorry. I don't. And then The Little Mermaid? Are you fucking kidding me? I'm not even going to go there. And Snow White as well.
I'm not going to argue that point. I feel like all these live action films are very lifeless compared to their cartoons. And even if you don't, they're just, I don't know. I don't care for the majority of them. The only one that I actually, that's exactly what they are. They're out of ideas. That's what it is. Yeah. The only one I kind of enjoyed a little bit was Cruella. That one I actually enjoyed because mostly because of the actresses involved. Emma Thompson, Emma Stone. She wasn't exactly the crazy person she was in the 101 Dalmatians. I thought it was a decent little movie, decent little story. But a lot of them that I've seen, because I haven't seen them all. I will eventually. That is something I will do on the channel. Go through them all and give my honest opinion. But they feel so fucking lifeless compared to the cartoons.
They really do.
They really do. Sorry to say.
Rant over. Psycho. Promote your shit.
Okay, well, you can find my podcast, Psycho Nerd Podcast, on YouTube. You can either type in that or you can go straight to my YouTube channel, which is Repeat Movie Viewer. I actually have 2 new videos that dropped this week. One was a new podcast for the first time in weeks. Thank you very much. And then I did a new hidden, a new JP's watch list, a hidden level episode, so to speak, of all the different merch that I got over this past week. Went to a couple of concerts, had a lot of fun with that. Got some new shit, including some new movies. Feel free to check it out.
I'm just waiting for the codes. And of course, those that may or may not know, I have merged both the Real Movie Critics and the Zodiac podcast into one channel on YouTube known as Real Zodiac Productions. Well, I pulled an Adam Sandler is what I did. I took 2 and made them one.
That, my friend, is a shared moment.
But like I said, the Real Movie Critics and the Zodiac podcast are together on YouTube. Spotify, if there's a way to do it, I haven't done it yet, but they are both on Spotify, and now both are on Apple Podcasts. Oh my God, I figured it out. Damn RSS code. A hippie just walked by the screen. But again, sorry, that threw me off.
Dick.
Fucking hippie. But you can find both the Real
food. Fuck. Bloody hippie food. Hey, go ahead. Go. Oh,
that threw me off. The Real Movie Critics and the Zodiac podcast, video portion on YouTube, audio on Spotify and Apple Podcast. Just so people know, we did take last week off. There was some confusion on my end. I'm fucking stupid. This Mario movie was planned to do. We are going to be releasing 2 movies this week. Of course, Mario will be coming out first. Obviously, it's the newer movie. And then we're going to do First Contact because April 5th is on Sunday, and that's First Contact Day. And then the week after that, we'll take next week off, and we'll do Stand By Me. We'll record it this week, but it'll drop next week. So for the Psycho Nerd and for Low Scuba Copper, who is not here, but that's okay. Are you crying? There's no crying. There's no crying in the Real The Real Movie Critics? How dare
No.
you?
Yeah, there is no crying. Thank you very
No.
much.
But for Lord Scuba Cobber, who's not here, and as well as a Psycho Nerd, I am the Zodiac. I want to thank you for watching or listening to The Real Movie Critics, real reviews by real fans. And until next time, remember, kids, there's always time for one more binge. We will see you next time.